Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design, and today I'm out in the woods, and I got an email from a gentleman asking if you could cook anything at all, he said. Bacon, anything for me on an alcohol stove. So, my answer to that is, well, yeah, no problem at all. You can cook meat on any heat source. You can stick it on a stick and cook it over an open fire. So an alcohol stove is not a problem for cooking meat. So what I've got here is I've got a 1-egg wonder and my Dot stove, and I'm going to cook some pork tenderloin. So let me get this pot heated up, this pan heated up, this 1-egg wonder, and we'll cook some pork. Heat it up. I put a little corn oil in there just to make a bond between the pot and the meat to get started. Once the meat is in there a little while, it will melt the fat out of it and create its own liquid to cook in. But anyway, there you go. We're cooking pork tenderloin, and I'm using my Dot stove with a 4-loop pot stand. And you probably noticed the wick is a little higher. What I did was I pulled out the wick that I used for just regular baking and simmering, and I put in a wick that's about a ½ inch longer for frying, because it's going to take a fair amount of heat to cook a piece of pork tenderloin. So I put a little bigger wick in. It only takes a second. I actually cut it with my knife that I found on the dump. Yeah, this Gerber knife found on the dump. And the knife sharpener I sharpened it with I found on the dump. So, yeah, it's a little bit of trivia. Okay, let me put the camera back. Now, this is cooking nicely. This isn't, let me move the camera up a little bit. This isn't a stretch or anything. You can do this anytime. If, of course, the average schmo is not going to carry meat in their pack for obvious reasons, but like the gentleman said that emailed me, if you were in town on your resupply and you did happen to pick up some steak or pork or chicken or whatever, and you packed it correctly, you could keep it in your pack a good part of the day or the entire, and in the evening you could cook it. It'd be a one-day thing. I've seen a lot of people, not a lot of people, I've seen some people out on the trail after resupply the next day or that evening cook hamburgers actually on an open fire with a great big frying pan, and no problem at all. Worked great. They didn't give me any of them, but I offered to buy some, but they wouldn't let me have any. It was actually a Boy Scout troop. But yeah, you can see here you can cook meat no problem, and stop and think about it. Why not? Especially with the Dot stove, which is my favorite stove. Now, the remote, I checked, and the standard SS non-adjustable remote will fit inside of an Altoid can, and the lid will close fine. And the base on this stove is a standard M2 safety base that I sell in the store. It's just a regular bongo tube with a Dot top, but you could put any top on it you wanted to. You could put a droop top or a turbo top or a turbo top with a simmer ring, any one of the tops. You can put a crazy hot top on it. And I'm using a custom pot stand here because this frying pan is rather odd size. The 5x23 is a little big for it. 5x18 is a little bit small. These pots tend to have a heavy handle on them, and if you don't have a fairly good sized pot stand, the handle will tend to tilt them over. So I don't even know what this one is, but it's probably 5x20. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to put the camera in close here so you can see this, and that's basically that. Now, I was going to do a rice dish, but I discovered I don't have any rice. So I guess that's my next video, is I got to pick up some rice and do something for a rice dish, maybe with a little bit of a Mexican flair to it. So let me move the camera in and we'll look at this pork tenderloin. Now I had one other question from somebody. Remember I told you I'd answer it. Somebody was asking about the Sawyer's adapters. Now the large Sawyer's adapter is for the large Sawyer water filter, and it's double-ended. So because that water filter has threads on the end of it, you screw one onto the filter and screw your bottle onto the other one. The other one is for the mini water filter, which doesn't have threads on the end of it. It just has a nipple on the clean end. And what you do is you take the drinking tube that comes with the filter, cut a 1-inch piece off of it, slide it over the nipple the way it's supposed to, and then slide the nipple on the Sawyer mini water filter adapter I sell onto the other end of it, and then you can screw your platy bag right onto it and fill it from that. Works great. And you just, the piece of tubing you use is from the straw that comes with the Sawyer mini water filter adapter. So, this is about ready to eat. So, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Try to have a really great day. Try to have some fun today. You deserve it. Bye-bye.